Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello everybody. Welcome to another movie review vlog, and today I'm taking a look at El Camino, which is the Breaking Bad movie, or pretty much the last Breaking Bad in the entire franchise. Why? Because, well, coronavirus is still in full swing and I got nothing else other than Netflix to keep me company. So what can I say about this movie? Well, it happened and it ended. I don't think there really is a reason to actually make this movie like this to begin with. And there's a reason, and I'll tell you why. El Camino is pretty much the movie that takes place literally 5 seconds after the last episode of Breaking Bad. And without a doubt, I want to just say right off the bat that Breaking Bad was one of the greatest shows of all time. It had a lot of action, a lot of drama, tons of drama, a lot of deals going on, and so much intrigue as well. It just kept audiences like myself just going and going and going for the longest time. And I gotta say that it was actually the way it pretty much presented itself from the very beginning all the way to the middle and all the way to the end. I thought it was actually great altogether. But to include this movie, I would have to say that it was actually rather pointless, if you ask me. So why am I saying this movie's pointless? Well, like I said before, the movie takes place 5 seconds after the last episode of Breaking Bad, where Jesse pretty much literally has to get the hell out of Dodge, mostly because of the fact that he is a wanted man and he needs to get out of the city, but he doesn't have any money, any resources, and very little contacts left. So it's actually quite intriguing to see how this goes, but at the same time, you just kind of watch this movie and it pretty much feels like a very, very long episode of Breaking Bad, where they brought back all the writers and also one of the directors for it as well, but they also brought back a whole bunch of characters pretty much as like a final send-off for everybody, letting them know that this is their last appearance. But it's quite hilarious because a lot of these characters look way different than what they used to look like in the last episode 4 years ago. And I gotta say that there were a lot of drastic changes between last episode and El Camino. And that kind of just throws a wrench into the whole thing because it just destroys the believability of what these characters look like. If this movie was made like 6 months or a year after the last episode of Breaking Bad, then I can find this believable. But it just seems rather pointless. A lot of these characters just should have ended the way it ended and not have just one more minor appearance. The way Jesse goes all around town trying to remember or try to get the resources and the money to get the stuff out of town was just rather quite silly, the way it delivered itself. But there's also a nice little intrigue in here. They did a lot of great cinematography, from the close angles to the dark silhouette shots and the way they carried themselves with the narration, just like a very good Breaking Bad TV show. But that can only take you so far, because the thing is that aside from the small cameo of characters that I saw in this movie, there was also a few loose ends for Jesse that he needed to tie up as well. And these loose ends just literally came out of nowhere. They were never presented in the show at all. They were just sort of a flashback to these other loose ends to these characters while Jesse was still taken captive by the Nazis. These loose ends were just rather pointless, but the way they handled itself, it was like, oh, okay, so now it's over. And the way it wrapped itself up, I just thought it was rather quite lackluster, to say the least. So overall, I just want to say the El Camino movie might be very interesting to the die-hard Breaking Bad fans out there, but in the long run, it just doesn't seem quite satisfying. The Breaking Bad finale should have just ended with the last episode right there, then and there. But of course, this is what happens when you let fandoms take control of the franchise. It becomes really obnoxious, and you're not going to get the payout that you deserve. And with that said, I'm going to have to give El Camino a 1.5 out of 5 stars. Some good stuff, but at the same time, just really drawn out and just rather pointless in the long run. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little review vlog. I've got many more on the way. This time I will have many more on the way, I promise you that. I've just been trying to work out some personal things on my end, but it seems like I got everything taken care of, and I just wanted to let you all know that the BoobTube series is finally back. I'm going to do some regular review vlogs every other week, along with my regular BoobTube series, which will be coming out at least once a month. So stay tuned for this August. I got a very special comeback video for all of you out there. But in the meantime, feel free to hit me up on all my regular social media accounts. I do greatly appreciate it, especially if you want to hit me up on Patreon for the low price of $1 a month. I will take a request for any movie for me to review for you. So that's that. So with that said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next week. This is Hyde Meat at this time.